Welcome back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. Have we fallen victim to the infamous LS7 valve drop? I feel like I've got a little bit of valve train noise and I'm getting some smoke when I start it up. So we got our car back here at Lindgren Supercars. We're gonna have a look-see. They're gonna take a look at it, see what they think. We're gonna start it up. I'm gonna show you right now. We'll head over to the back of the car, get a little puff of that smoke on there, and we'll see what it sounds like. But you're going to see this in just a few minutes because obviously you don't have to wait like we do. But let's see what happens, all right? Stay tuned. All right, here we are. We've got the car all taken apart. We found a bad seal for the valve. This is what the stock seal looks like. We could not use those because we have double springs due to our cam. So this is what the Huya, I don't know all the right words here, that hold the seal on. They're a two-piece instead of a one, and for some reason they came apart. We did contact Texas Speed because that's who they are from, and they really didn't have a good answer as to why they came apart. Fortunately, we caught it. There was no damage to the car. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put new seals in. We have them on order right now. That's going to get us back on the road, at least this season anyway. So the question would be, what are we going to do as far as... So I was a little bit worried about, obviously, a bad valve, and maybe a bent valve had done that. So obviously we pressurized the cylinder in order to get that spring out, and then it's just sitting here for, it's been about a week now, a little over a week, and it's going to be another week before we get parts. So that valve, we wanted that valve to drop back down. When they let the air out of the cylinder, that valve just dropped right down, so there was no binding. At least on the one they checked, they didn't pull them all apart, but we are going to replace all of the valves. So now we're contemplating heads over the winter. Should we send in the heads that we have now, the stock ones, and get them remilled? Or should we buy Texas Speed heads? We're looking at a 285cc versus, I believe, 243 is what the stock size is. So we'd be going with a bigger head. Or should we get the new Frankenstein? I believe they're a 287cc. A couple $1,000s more though. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do. Should we send in these heads and get them reworked? Should we do brand new Texas Speed heads, or should we do the new Frankenstein heads? We're also going to do a few other things at the same time. For sure a throttle body and possibly nitrous. We've been throwing that idea around whether we're going to do direct injection nitrous or not. So let me know in the comments what you think we should do, and we will give you a heads up as soon as this car is back on the road. And just a few things that they're working on here. We got a Camaro, we got a C7 Corvette, we got a Mustang. Not even sure what they're doing to this. We got a car on the dyno right now, a Camaro. I don't know if you can see through that window there. Just a chassis of a pickup truck. Looking send the heads in, wait till they come back, put them in. It would probably be January, February time frame by the time we got the heads back, and I don't want to drive the car back to my storage area in the middle of winter, so that's something to keep in mind too. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know your experiences. We're also looking at a bigger throttle body. I'm thinking possibly a K-Tech, but let me know what you guys have and what has worked out good for you. If you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already and you want to, boom, please subscribe.